Welcome in to Rock Hard Ball, part of the Dogs Media Network at College Football Dogs. Let's get rock hard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another edition of Rock Hard Ball. A little different look tonight. Weezy and I are both at our respective houses. Not in the studio because Weez is back in Charles, as a lot of you know. Colin couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. So just us rocking here, just the two of us. And we're going to try and put on a good episode for all of you. Kind of thrown together a little bit here. Not a whole lot of prep went into tonight's episode, but we're still here. We're still going to talk ball and just kind of have fun with it. So thank you all for tuning in. Unfortunately, Twitter's got something going on with like Yippee Premium to stream, and we upgraded our account to Premium, but for some reason it just did not work for the streaming for this episode. For some reason, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Hopefully it'll be whatever approved and good to go here in the future as we go forward. But shout out to our friends over at the Golden Boot for allowing us to stream on their Twitter account and then also their Facebook account here as well. Those guys have a really good show as well. I think they're also live right now. So check out their show sometime as well. And hopefully we'll be able to stream to our actual account here shortly on both Twitter and Facebook. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter so you can always see when we're going live, stuff like that. And yeah, that's kind of all I got for kind of house cleaning type stuff. But without further ado, I guess let's just kind of get into the episode a little bit.
Get right into it.
Yeah, go ahead. First things first, let's talk about College Football 25. So last time, we actually haven't streamed an actual show for what? I don't know, a good week or so now.
2 weeks. I think 2.
Yeah, probably. I think not. We didn't stream all last week. Our last episode was probably the Thursday before that, I think. I want to say. Yeah. Yep. So been over a week since we streamed. Luckily, and it's part of the reason that we kind of were okay with letting it go for a little bit there. There's no really big sports going on, unfortunately. So that's kind of why we were okay with kind of just sitting back and letting it go there for a little bit. We did stream Monday. We tried streaming some of the College Football 25. Colin and I played a game. So we tried getting some of that out there. Unfortunately, the stream was a little buggy. Wasn't great connection, and for some reason, Colin's audio just wasn't coming through. But for those who watched or for those who have played the game, it's really fun. I've enjoyed it a lot. I think it lived up to the hype. I've played quite a bit of Dynasty. I've played some Road to Glory. I played Road to the College Football Playoff a little bit. Everything about the game I've really enjoyed, though. I'm glad that for a game that took 10 years to come out, that it ended up being a very good game. Weez, I know you've got some access to it now as well. What have you been thinking about College Football 25?
No, it's fun. I think it does live up to the hype. Some people have been kind of harsh on it. I mean, there's 2 things. Throwing, I'm still getting used to throwing. It's a little bit different.
It's
and then
tough.
Kicking is impossible, especially on Heisman difficulty. Like I cannot kick a field goal to save my life.
Yeah, kicking's a nightmare. Also, Heisman difficulty just in general, I think, is kind of a nightmare. It's really
weird.
hard. There's such a jump between All-American and Heisman.
Yeah, so that's my point. Because I've just been playing at All-American, and even that, like, with
same.
maybe not the greatest overall, it's like it's still, I find itself like to be a little bit too easy. Then you go to Heisman and you're getting thrown in the trenches, and it's just not fun. Especially
exactly.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just gonna say, it's going on with what you were saying because I thought you were something there. Don't have that same chemistry as being in the same room, but yeah, I feel like there's got to be just like one more difficulty between those two. I don't know if that's what you're getting to, but
and then also Road to Glory. Like I don't know, did you make like a quarterback, running back, receiver?
Yeah, quarterback 3-star. That's what
so I did quarterback. I went 5-star just because I wanted to play right away, and especially on Heisman difficulty, dude. Playing an away game at like a tough stadium, it's impossible because they don't show you who you're throwing to at all. I thought like eventually once you snap the ball, it's like no, there's no button. I'm guessing who like each button is. It's awful.
Yeah, you got to have some like real ball knowledge to really understand because like you got to just know like working across the formation what each guy's going to be.
Yeah, it's like okay, square is going to be outside.
I mean, even then it's like it's not always the same though either. Like most of the time it's like you got your X receiver out to the left, your B receiver out to the right, and then your inside guys are usually like Y right bumper for Xbox anyways. And then A is usually your tight end or X if you're on PlayStation. But yeah, you gotta know that stuff. Otherwise, you're just not gonna be able to throw the ball, and then the one that's awful. And then when you play in those tough stadiums too, you do see it's just all over the place.
Yeah, and then the one that throws you off too is running back, which is damn near every single play. I feel like he's R1, RB, and then he's A, Y. So running back, I cannot throw to the running back if I don't know what he is. It's too risky.
Yeah. It's kind of all over the place. Dynasty, I've played a lot of. It's probably been the number 1 game mode that I've played so far. Really, really immersive. I really like that a lot about it. It's definitely difficult to recruit. Recruiting is no easy job in Dynasty, especially in your first year. I started as Nebraska, had to rebuild them first, obviously. And, even Nebraska, they start out in Dynasty as, I think, a 3.5-star prestige program, which is, average to above average, still a really good program. And I started as a level 1 head coach, though. And it's like that first year, you're just not going to get recruits. I mean, you gotta know what you're doing like right away. You gotta, know how to split your hours, stuff like that. And it's just really tough to get them. I mean, I think I had like a 30, 35, top 30, 35 recruiting class that first year. And I didn't get any 5 stars. I've got like a handful of 4 stars, and the rest of my class was 3 stars. And then my second year, I went undefeated, won the national championship, and it still was no breeze getting recruits. I got, I think, 1 5-star, but it was still like half and half, 4 stars, 3 stars. I think like a top 15 class. It's not easy.
Now, I will say, because there's some parts of it that are completely inaccurate, like especially Road to Glory, because I was going to text you this because I found this hilarious. I was playing with Michigan, and I noticed in week 7, I think like Michigan was like we were the number 3 team or something. I like go look at the top 25, and Nebraska's 5. I'm like, what
very
the hell?
nice.
Because they had it where they're like, yeah, those first 7 games are achievable, and then it's like number 5 Nebraska at number 1 Ohio State. It's like, oh, like this could be a game. Ohio State won 63-3.
You know what, though? That might be kind of realistic. Nebraska they might have a chance to be ranked going into that Ohio State game 7-0 and just get their shit pounded. I would not be surprised.
And then that same season, though, Ohio State went 8-4.
Yeah, the sim has been bad. Did you have pre-release or did you have just normal?
I had normal release, so I didn't get the game until Friday.
Okay, so that's unfortunate because I was hoping that because I haven't played as much since like the normal release came out. I was hoping they kind of patched that because the sim is by far the most unrealistic thing about Dynasty. Like they made recruiting hard, which is good, and like the top programs do well in recruiting, and even like programs who are historically good at recruiting, like Miami, kicks ass in recruiting in Dynasty. So that part of it's good, I think. But yeah, the sim is terrible because like that first year, I think I started out like 2-0. Played my first 2 games and like kicked the crap out of Colorado in week 2, and then I get it to week 3 and I'm playing Northern Iowa is who it actually is on the schedule, but in the game is like FCS Midwest or something. And so I was like, oh, I can sim this. Like my team is 10 overall higher than them, and Carlton got dumpstered by 50 last week. Carlton, Clyde, Colin, whatever you guys want to call him. He did get dumpstered when we played our game.
Yeah, he threw like 7 picks, right? It was awful to watch.
6 picks, yes, actually, by the end of it. I wish that stream would have stayed up the whole time because I just continued to pound him after we finally just had to shut it off because it was just not working. Pause. Okay. Anyways, what the hell was I talking about? Oh, Dynasty. Yeah, the Sims are bad. So yeah, I just randomly lost to an FCS team, even though we had a team that was 10 overall higher and it performed well so far in the year. And then, I mean, you just look at like even the CPU teams that are simulating, like you mentioned that in Road to Glory, like Ohio State went 8-4. Same things like happening in the Dynasty Sims too. It's like the top teams like Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, teams like that. They're like not going whatever 11-1, 12-0, 10-2. Like some of those teams are going like 8-4. And it just makes no sense because that's just not what's going to happen in real life. I'm assuming they're trying to like make it so that it's, I don't know, just more competitive and like maybe punish you a little bit if you sim your games. But
I think so because I played like against Oregon. It was like a 2 versus 3 matchup. I think, in Road to Glory, we won by like 14. Wasn't really that close of a game. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to sim Indiana because I don't like it's Indiana. It's like we won in triple overtime by a field goal. It's like, that's just not accurate. Like, what the hell are we doing here? Because I was scared to sim again. I was like, well, I can't be losing to Northwestern then.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's really weird. But I mean, in general, I have really enjoyed the game. If you old head unks in the chat have gotten the game, let us know how you guys think it compares. Obviously, you guys are probably a little bit more conscious for the NCAA 14 days. I mean, I've played some NCAA 14, but nothing like, some of the. That's probably the coolest thing about like NCAA 25 coming out is like all these guys who are like, whatever, 25, like 35, who like, played that game a lot, like back when it was, new. And it's like all these guys who are like, married and stuff, maybe have kids now. And it's like now they're just like, all right, I got to put away like 6 hours each day to come play college football. It's like, it is just like really cool, fun.
Honey, I got to recruit.
Yeah. The 5 stars, Oregon's gaining on me. Yeah. Cass said you just go to start the stream off before I started pounding Corey. That's probably good. And yeah, how do you feel about this? Is your classic Gen Z starting a dynasty team with a Power Five? How does that feel? Or is that me? No, that's probably me.
And
Nebraska's
that's
Power
probably
Five
you,
too, I guess.
but
Yeah.
I don't know your thoughts. I have thoughts on it too. I don't like if it's the first game in 10 years. Like my first dynasty is going to be the team who I root for.
Yeah, that's
Like, I'm
exactly
sick
how
and
I
tired
felt
of
with
Twitter
Nebraska.
bullying me into like being like, oh, you have to play as like UMass. It's like, no, I fucking don't. I will eventually, but I'm gonna play as my favorite team when the game first comes out.
Yeah, Michigan has to suck though. I mean, at least Nebraska is like a program who's kind of struggling and like has historical greatness that people want to see like succeed. But I mean, Michigan's just your
I just did one season. And then I don't know who my next team is. I'm thinking maybe like Coastal Carolina, but I'm not fully sure yet.
Yeah, I just started year 4 with Nebraska. I played the game quite a lot to start off. And I mean, we've already won a couple chips now. But now I'm getting to the point where the recruiting classes are kind of starting to roll a little bit. The team overall is high, so I'm kind of to the point now where I'm just simming a lot of games and I'm just gonna kind of let it ride for a couple more years, see how it kind of works out. If we can, be successful as a sim team, not me playing as a user, because like we talked about earlier, for those who aren't here, I mean, All American. If you play like just offense only in All American, you can win any game by like 30, 40 points if you like know how to play the game well. But then you go to Heisman and it's just so hard to win. Like you gotta play like damn near perfectly, otherwise you'll just lose. So I don't know. Well, I'm gonna try some sims, and then I'm gonna probably get going here. I think I'm gonna do an online dynasty with some guys, and then we're gonna probably all take shitty teams in that one, and kind of go from there. So I think like a Mac like dynasty, like everybody starts in the Mac, and then you gotta like earn your next job. I think that'd be fun, right?
Yeah, Toledo, Northern Illinois, something fun like that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, also, forgot to mention this earlier, but for those who were with us from the beginning, kind of threw this episode together last minute here, running behind all over the place. Any ideas for Rock Hard Takes? Throw them out. We're gonna win it tonight. We've got a couple just kind of back burner ideas if we can't come up with anything better, but you guys came up with some really good ones last time. Unfortunately, Corey, Clyde, Carlton is not here with the list that we had him take down. So if you want to throw some of those out there again that we can maybe try out for Rock Hard Takes, feel free to do that so we can have a good little segment of that. And then Kobe, NCAA this, NCAA that. What about Farming Sim 25? You know what? I played some Farming Sim 22 here as of late. It's been enjoyable.
How is that? Because I played Farming Sim 19. Is there like a big jump off like between them?
I don't think so. I mean, I never played Farming Sim 19. Kobe is a Farming Sim regular, so he would probably know what the differences between the games are. But I barely know how to play. I kind of like have to learn as I go. And so yeah, Farming Sim, obviously not the most high intensity game, but it's kind of fun to just screw around, pass some time sometimes. 22 is Kobe. What's the difference between 22 and 19? That's what we got to know. Or what do we have coming in 25? Maybe that'll be our next big game for Rock Hard Ball. Maybe that'll be our next stream. It's just us playing Farming Simulator 25, just driving around the combines. Be fun.
That should be like a Rock Hard Takes, like whoever like we'll do the tallies, whatever, and whoever loses the most has to do like a 24-hour stream of Farming Sim 25.
Oh God, please don't do that. I do not want to do that. Yeah, that'd be tough. But yeah, let's see here. Again, not much for sports going on, so we're kind of just gonna jump all over the place and talk about it. Don't think getting divorced is a high stress in Farming Sim. Didn't know you could get married. Thanks for letting me know that, because that'll be a nice little piece added to my gameplay.
Yeah, you know how like in like Road to Glory and Dynasty, it'll say like risk, like next to like you have options between like go to class. It's like, yeah, like the same thing in Farming Sim. It'll say, do you want to sign a prenup? No, risky, very risky. She might take the farm.
Yeah. Also, speaking of that, the memes of like the photoshops on the Road to Glory, like messages that'll pop up, like the risk, are the best thing ever. The Carson Beck like sorority girl one, great. And there's just all kinds of. I mean, some of them are just actually like real too. Like there was one I got to do where I got to just cheat on an exam, like get the answers for them, and then I did it, and then I got like suspended because I was cheating. So that was fun.
Dude, the fucked up one though is I like it'll be like how much do you want to study, and I put like half my energy into studying, right? Because it's like, and it says I'm like basic information. She's like, oh, you got 2 Fs and a D. It's like I fucking studied. Like what? Like is my
Yeah.
guy just brain dead? It's bullshit.
Yeah. Have you gotten suspended yet for grades?
No, but I'm at a 2.2 GPA at this moment as we speak. So it's getting scary.
Okay, so you're walking the line right now. You're very close.
Yes. I didn't come there
Cass
to play
says, let's get our
football.
thoughts
I'm
on
here to do school.
on the election. We probably won't
Yep.
go too in depth on this, but wild week or a couple weeks in politics. Again, last time we've been live was not this past Thursday, but the week before that. Since then, we've had an assassination attempt. Former President Trump, and then also the current president Joe Biden has dropped out of the race completely. So America to the max right now. Wild west of politics. So yeah, crazy stuff going on there. Again, I don't know how much there's to talk about. I mean, can't lie. No matter what side you're on, the picture of Trump like raising the fist, American flag in the background, one of the most badass pictures of all time. But yeah, other than that, I guess now Joe's out. So it sounds like it's
kid was
going
a
to be Kamala
brutal
going
shot.
against Trump. We'll see. Yeah, didn't go well for him.
No.
All right, let's see. We did not watch the Bolivian track and field trials, unfortunately. Maybe Jordy did and can get us some info on that. And then Cass says that Kobe likes farming something better because he doesn't have to worry about his GPA, just like college. Kind of a cheap shot at Kobe there for no reason. Nothing wrong with a little farming sim. And then if Craig was in on the assassination plot, this might be concerning. We might have to reevaluate our producership here at Rock Hard Takes. But speaking a little bit about the Olympics, I guess we could get into a little bit of actual sports here. The one thing that we've kind of got going on right now that we talked about as the offseason's gone on is the USA Olympic basketball team. A couple of wild games for them lately. The biggest one, of course, being the South Sudan game that they went into as like a 45-point favorite, I think. And they won by 1 point. So USA basketball not exactly looking up to speed right now, I would say. I don't know. What did you think about USA basketball's recent happenings?
Yeah, they didn't look good today. They did not look good against South Sudan. And then also, I'm sure you saw them. If not, I'd be shocked. The Joel Embiid comments, too, are pretty fucking wild. Just being like, oh, yeah, by the way, LeBron's old. LeBron's old as fuck. Like, saying that about your teammate is truly one of the weirdest things.
Kind of some weird audio going on there. I don't know. But yeah, LeBron, very old. I don't know. You kind of cut in and out. Hopefully you didn't for them, but on mine, you kind of cut in and out a little bit. But yeah, LeBron's super, super old. And still just playing with USA basketball. And then they also just lost to Germany, or no, they beat Germany 92-88, which was a better sign. Former or the reigning World Cup champs, I think. So, I mean, that's good that they could beat them. Should be a higher level opponent when it comes time for the Olympics. So yeah, I mean, USA basketball trying to get up to speed on par here as we get closer and closer to the Olympics, because now they're done with the exhibition games. So the next game will be the real deal. I don't know. We kind of have, I don't know. I think there's a little bit of internet issues here. Hopefully it's not too bad for all of you. But let's see. We've got some more comments coming in here. Any thoughts on the Rizzler versus Big Justice? Both of those guys are just great athletes. They're out there competing. I think the Big Justice probably got a little bit more of the physical advantage on the Rizzler. But the Rizzler, he's got that charisma as well. So hopefully, that's usually some pretty good videos there going on. Weez, what are your thoughts on the Rizzler versus Big Justice?
Yeah, it was a week ago. Donnie Deals broke the news that Big Justice had actually been caught with PEDs, so he's suspended 80 games.
No.
Yes.
You're kidding.
Yeah, terrible news
Oh my
coming
God.
out of awful.
Out of the Big Justice camp.
Yeah.
Not good news. But yeah, I do have to say the Costco like family or whatever is probably one of my favorite just TikTok accounts of all time. Their new song has been out now for a while too. That's been just absolutely fantastic. They talk about how they bring the boom. So that's always good. Cass says the Rizzler laid him out on TikTok. I don't know. I don't know if I saw that one, but I saw their one little drill where they're like going through with the football. They went through some little football drill, and they were both just putting in that work. So good to see those boys out there staying ready, ready to hit the field at any time. Let's see here. Make Constantine's assignment for next week. Bring a top 10 list of hottest athletes to look out for in the Olympics.
It's actually a great one. Yeah.
You know what? Maybe we could have him do that. Yeah. we'll have a Constantine, I guess is his name now. Yeah, we'll maybe have him do that. Cass agrees. So, all right, let's see what else do we have for actual sports news out there. Jordan Love is not practicing with the Packers until they get a contract done, which I guess, again, for those who don't know, I'm a Packers fan, so that's, worth noting to me. He's still around. He's still attending meetings. He's out there like watching practice, but he's not actually participating until they're able to get that contract extension done with him. I'm sure he's going to get a bag. Kenny Clark did get his bag with the Packers. He had 3 years, $64 million deals. And then every NFL team starting training camp this week. So the end is finally near. We're close to football. How we feeling about training camp kicking off? You excited? You ready to go? Is it getting amped?
I mean, yeah. I think not many more weeks until. Hopefully soon enough we can skip preseason, because again, it's gonna be that weird gap of training camp and then bullshit preseason where no starters play anymore, like at all. Like they will get no reps. But no, training camp's fun. Always like a clip factory. A lot of like headlines will come out of training camp. Rodgers probably won't be there. He said, I'm part of my take. He's got to take another drug vacation. So, but besides that, no, I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, kind of always just a clip farm with training camp, just a bunch of random shit coming out. It's like, oh, this guy did this guy did that. And most of it's just complete bullshit. But oh well, it's something to talk about. And I mean, as you can kind of tell with what we've talked about so far in this episode, we need something to talk about because there's just not jack shit going on right now.
This guy's
in
the
MLB All-Star weekend, I guess. Yeah, this guy came into camp looking better than ever. Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez won the MLB home run derby. I guess that's news. Again, it's just very, very dead time right now. Not ideal.
No, I didn't watch, but they need to go back to the old home run derby format, like where it was outs instead of time. It's like you don't even get to like watch the home runs. It's like it's just BP. They're just taking as many cuts as possible. I think it's bullshit and not very entertaining anymore.
Mm-hmm. That would be definitely good. Cass did mention this. Xander Schauffele won the Open. Justin Rose came in second. I don't know. I didn't really hardly watch any of the Open. Not gonna lie. Weez, I know you said you caught a little bit here and there, but I don't know. I always talked with Cass on the phone. He said the Open was a little bit of a snooze fest this weekend. So
the course won.
Not a ton to talk about there, but the course won. Yeah,
the course won.
Very common in the Open.
Yeah, there was a few headlines. Obviously, Tiger going like 77, 78. I'm always gonna be a Tiger fan. I think many will, but these past like 4 or 5 outings have been really brutal to watch. So hopefully he can kick it back off. And then Sunday was a snooze fest. This is true. Shane Lowry, all-time collapse, low key. He was dominant pretty much the entire time. I think he hovered around like 8 or 9 under on Saturday. And then I think he shot 6 or 7 over on Sunday.
Oh, Jesus.
But also Sunday, that was awesome because Xander came in, I think, 2 or 3 off the lead and then just played unreal golf and then ended up winning by 3 or 4 strokes. So, and he took half the majors this year. So 2 out of 4 in a year when everybody was talking about Scotty. Xander, found a way to win 2 out of the 4 majors, which is probably bigger headlines than it's probably getting at the moment.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Xander definitely a rising star in the golf world. I mean, not rising, I guess, anymore. He just is one of the big names now. And we've talked about it before. It's always more fun, when there's the bigger names winning tournaments and being in contention. So that's cool. Again, I didn't really watch much of it, but it is kind of cool to see that Justin Rose was in contention again. I don't know why, but he's like one of those guys that's like not American that I've always kind of. That's kind of what happened there in golf, I guess. Let's see what else we got going on here. NBA news, I guess. Russell Westbrook signed with the Nuggets, or is going to apparently. News, I guess. Again, it's tough. It's tough right now. There's not a whole lot going on. So we'll talk about what we can. Obviously, the Olympics are getting going here this Friday. I think it starts. So that'll be good. We're still gonna try and have Jordan on, Jordy Schaefbauer, onto the show to talk a little bit about the Olympics. Hopefully, he can give us some great insight there from Zoe's, as I now know it is, downtown there in Denver. Maybe have a couple drinks and let us know what's going on for the Olympics. But we're gonna go ahead here, take a break, and then once we get back from that, we'll kind of get into whatever else we can with what's going on lately, and then we'll do some rock hard takes, and then we'll probably just get out of here. So, gonna go to a quick break. Once again, you're watching Rock Hard Ball, part of the Dogs Media Network here at Cultural Dogs, and we'll be right back.
On the College Football Dogs website, you'll find a main page that features some of our biggest and newest stories. Our conference pages for content related to your favorite team's conference. Our team store, where we have products that are available all year long, as well as gear available for a limited time only. Our podcast page, where you can see when one of the 12 plus College Football Dogs podcasts is streaming live on social media. Our subscription page, where you can join our Discord. If you're interested in becoming a contributor at College Football Dogs, email us at info@collegefootballdogs.com. If you enjoy any College Football Dogs content, we really do appreciate any donations you can make by visiting the donate page on our website or scanning the QR code here.
College Football Dogs, for the fans.
All right, we are back. Once again, Rock Hard Ball, part of the Dogs Media Network here at College Football Dogs. So yeah, make sure you check out collegefootballdogs.com, all that good stuff. Lots of good articles coming out there with media days and stuff like that going on. We had Big 12, obviously, ACC going on. And then we still got, obviously, the big dogs coming up here, SEC and Big 10. So those should hopefully bring out some more headlines and stuff that we can talk about. Again, about a month from college football, little over a month from NFL. So once football gets going, Weezy and I think I can speak for both of us, say football is probably the thing that we're most passionate about. So once that gets rocking, definitely we'll have some more content that we can talk about, discuss, and should bring some better episodes, a little bit more fun to discuss. But I mean, for today's, I'm not really sure how much else there is out there for sports news to really go over. I mean, we are, again, most of the quote unquote sports news, I feel like, has been just College Football 25 coming out. And obviously we already hit on that quite a bit. And then other than that, Olympics are getting going. MLB is still kind of chugging along here, but I mean, even MLB, it's kind of dead season. We're right in the middle, not much going on. Day to day MLB, there's just
I mean,
not much headlines, right?
Deadline's coming up, so either not now, but probably either next episode or next Monday, we can maybe take a deep dive into just a MLB deadline day, like what moves we think stay put, what teams buy, what teams sell, and who gets shipped off.
Yeah. And then of course, as we get closer to college football and NFL starting here, we'll probably start getting back to some of our conference previews and just kind of prediction type stuff in general for both NFL and college football. So we'll probably have some more like opinion type episodes coming up here in the future, and that way we can kind of get some more stuff going on. Any thoughts on the possible EA Sports Rockstar Games Collab to bring gentlemen's clubs to as a potential distraction, College Football 25? I think that'd be awesome. Be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know one man in particular that I know quite well in person that would be very distracted by the gentlemen's clubs in College Football 25. So for his sake, let's hope they're not in there, because he might never win a game again. Especially in Road to Glory, if his character has access to those, he'll be missing a lot of practices, I fear. But yeah, it'd be a nice touch of the game. Speaking of Rockstar Games, I mean, when's GTA 6 going to come out? Nobody knows, so you might as well just throw strip clubs into College Football 25, right?
I think it actually might be coming out next year. Maybe, who knows? They dropped a trailer at some point about it.
Yeah, they like released one piece of information and then everybody like freaked out again. It's like, oh my gosh, it's close. It's probably not. I don't know. That one just seems like a game that's just never ever going to come out. At least with College Football 25, it was never coming out because lawsuits and whatnot. It's like I don't know why that game hasn't came out. It's getting kind of ridiculous at this point. But I don't know. That being said, should we just rock some rock hard takes and maybe call it good? I don't know. What do you think, Weez?
I'm fine with that, but we got to just think of something, a good rock hard takes. Like, I would get killed in this one, so if there are more ideas, I'd prefer that.
What? No, come on. That's a good idea. I don't know. Anybody else get any last minute ideas for rocker takes? Otherwise, we might just have to roll best Adam Sandler movies. We'll see.
I gotta look up Adam Sandler movies, man. I mean,
Oh,
obviously I
come
know
on,
the cult classics, but like as soon as we start bringing in some weird ones, that's when I'm gonna get bullied.
I mean, I don't know. There's
a lot of movies of his
how
I
many-
have not seen.
It's also tough too because I don't know. He's done so many now at this point too. And it's like, what do you like? It's just are we just doing anything at all that he's in, or like we including like maybe like an Adam Sandler voiceover? I don't know.
I
things
think
like
we'd
that.
have to do just shit that he stars in, maybe.
Best clutch moments in sports. That could be a good one too. I don't know. The tough thing with something like that is like we probably should have prepped that one ahead of time. Because like we'll probably end up leaving something off that we just shouldn't.
I'm trying to think
just
like right now, what even would go 1-1
in best clutch moments in sports.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. That's again that one might take too much thinking to just try and do it on a whim. To be honest, we probably rip that one Thursday though. I'd say, huh?
Yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah, give a few days of prep.
Yeah, because I just don't want to leave off like something super iconic. Then just get torched for it. So that would just blow.
All right,
be a good look for the boys.
You want to do Sandler movies?
Yeah, I'm always here for it. Who had 101 last time? You remember?
I have no idea, so I'll be a gentleman and give it to you.
Sure.
Yeah, because I don't want to get bullied for taking a shitty 1-1.
No, I'm just gonna go with I think my favorite, decent amount of other people's favorite as well. The one that he kind of blew up on, I'll go Billy Madison as the 101. I think is a pick that you can't really be too mad at.
Not my favorite movie of his. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it's a little shitty, but I'm gonna go Happy Gilmore and then Grown Ups.
Happy Gilmore and Grown Ups. All right. Okay, so now I got two in a row. Let's see. I got to pull up the list here just in case. So don't want to.
Yeah, I had to pull it up. I didn't realize he was in 40 fucking movies.
Yeah. All right. Next up, I'm gonna go with The Water Boy. And then pick 5. I feel like this word kind of gets tough, kind of out of the just instant classics. Let's go with Big Daddy. So Water Boy, Big Daddy for my next two.
I'm gonna go 2 rom-coms. I'm gonna go Just Go With It and 50 First Dates.
Okay, 2 very good ones as well. Yes, Cass, I am gonna use a list just in case, because again, don't want to misstep here and forget something that I shouldn't. All right, what did you take? 50 First Dates and what?
Just Go With It.
Oh, Just Go With It. Okay. Let's see. Next up, I will go. Sorry, I just kind of blew right in the mic there. Let's go Longest Yard.
Fuck.
And then what's another good one? Gotta think of one that he like stars into. I feel like that's gotta be a little bit of a requirement, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
It's tough. Honestly, one that's really, really stupid, but I think super fucking funny. Ridiculous 6. I'm gonna throw that out there.
Okay.
Probably is not respected by like the movie critics, but I think that movie is really funny. Great cast. So yeah, we'll go Ridiculous 6 next. I don't even know how many picks that is. Am I done? I think I'm done.
I think you're done. Yeah, I think I get one more, which I don't know what the hell to do here. All right, I'm not the biggest fan of this movie, but of the list left, I think it's probably the best one on there. I'm gonna go with I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry.
Okay, yeah, I respect it. It's a good one. Throw out some honorable mentions here. Ones that I considered for sure. The Wedding Singer, another older one that's pretty funny. I think that one's solid. I don't know other ones. I mean, the Grown Ups 2 is good too. Obviously, the original is better, but Grown Ups 2 is also good. I think some of his newer ones too that are good. I mean, like the murder mystery movies are good. I think Hustle was good. Uncut Gems.
I hated Hustle. Actually, really? Not Hustle. I hated Uncut Gems. Not
Uncut Gems, I thought was kind of cool, like based on the fact that, I mean, kind of him stepping out of his realm, his typical realm, like showed his range a little bit. I thought, which was impressive. Yeah, Jason, this is the sole reason I love Ridiculous Six is because I got a strong neck scene. I think I could also pull it off. I do got a real strong neck. You never know. Maybe we could head it back to the Wild West one time. Maybe throw me up there for a hanging if I do something, really just messed up. And we'll see what happens. Cass says his 4 are Billy Madison, Hubie Halloween, Waterboy, Happy Gilmore. Obviously got the big 3 in there, but Hubie Halloween, I don't know.
I've never
Cass,
seen it.
You actually, if I remember correctly, are one that kind of does not like that movie, I thought. But Hubie Halloween is probably the stupidest movie that he's ever made. Just in the way, in terms of just the actual like content of the movie. But I still think that it's kind of funny, like to just as a just completely just really stupid movie to just sit down and laugh at. Other ones of his that I think are good that people don't talk about maybe as much. Pixels, I thought was good. I liked that one.
Never seen it.
A good one that's maybe for some of the more of the younger crowd. Bedtime Stories. I thought that was a good movie.
Never seen it.
All right.
Just
Let's
keep
see.
going.
Animated Adam Sandler movies that are good. Hotel Transylvania. He does the
Never
voiceover
seen
in
it.
that. You never seen Hotel Transylvania, really?
No, I mean you can keep going down the line. I mean, Jack and Jill, probably the worst movie I've ever actually watched.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one.
Don't Mess with the Zohan. I never saw that one either. I heard that one's actually pretty good though, but
yeah, that one. I mean, contrary to some of the other ones that I just mentioned, I mean that one almost is a little bit too stupid for me. It's kind of a weird premise in that movie. I also haven't watched that one in a long time. It's like one of the only movies that I haven't rewatched. So I guess that should be a telltale sign that it's not a huge deal. Click also, I think, is
never seen
solid. It's again not super funny, but yeah. Bedtime Stories of Forgotten Banner. Jennifer Aniston is co-star, right? I don't think she is the co-star in that one.
She is in every other movie though.
Yeah, she is in a lot of other ones, but I don't know. Oh no, she is. I think she is in that one. I don't know. I can't remember. She is in a lot, so it's hard to say. Mr. Deeds usually make it. I don't know. That's another one I haven't watched in a long time, so I don't feel right like rating it. I feel like I haven't watched that one since I was like a kid, so I don't know. I'm not gonna speak on that one too much as to for or against. But listen, arguably the greatest actor of our generation, in my opinion. So a lot of good movies out there. So we can probably just put it to rest here. Plenty of good ones out there. I think we both had good lists. When you have that many to pick from, it's kind of tough to really make any egregious choices, I feel like, because there's, at least 10 movies out there that everybody can agree are like solid movies. So, yeah, that's going to do for Rock Hard Takes. I guess we don't have Kelly here for Kelly's Kinky Rankings tonight either. So that kind of, I don't know, takes out some showtime that we normally have. So, that being said, I know Wi-Fi was kind of struggling there for a little bit. So sorry about that. I think it's kind of stabilized now. But sorry about that early in the episode. Hopefully, that's not like a persistent issue. Maybe there's just something wrong with one of the routers. I don't know. But yeah, thanks to you guys all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Again, obviously not ideal right now. Not a lot going on. We're not in studio together, stuff like that. So it's a little bit tough. Maybe not some of our best work, but we're still here bringing you content and going at it. So we will see you all on Thursday. Kelly should be back with us. I don't know. I might be here again. I might be back in the studio. We'll see. Depending on what Kelly's deal is. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. And we will see you guys all come around for Thursday. We'll probably have a little bit more prep done. So yeah, catch you guys later.